Hi, I'm Alex D. This is a little segment about balance. So we're going to work through a little piece of how to orient ourselves to feeling the ground and how we experience gravity. For those of us that are familiar with other somatic techniques, this is not a grounding technique. This is just to experience our sense of the ground and how we experience gravity. So you can probably see me already doing a little swaying. So we could start kind of there. We could take a little breath in, exhale, wait for our regular breath to enter our body, like without putting any excess tension on the breathing. So we're not like, we're not doing any of that. Just very, very gentle breathing. And then start to bring your awareness down into your feet. And just wait. Start to feel your feet on the ground. Feel your right foot. Feel how much you can feel of your toes from, say, the big toe, the next toe over, the toe after that, all the way to the pinky toe. And just see if there's a bit of the ridge of the foot. And then feel the heel. And see if some of the arc is there or not there. We all have different shaped feet. And then bring your awareness kind of up towards the toes again. Feel the ball of the foot right behind the toes. And just notice how that whole foot, how it makes contact. And see if while you were doing that, if you start to tense your knees, for example, or your hips, and just shake it out. Let it all go. Forget about that. That's over. Take another few breaths here. Stretch if you need to. Feel your neck. And bring your awareness back down to your feet. And go back to your right foot and see if your right foot feels any different than before. There could be almost a sense like there's more of it. It could feel lighter. It could feel heavier for some of us. There could be more of one part of the foot that wasn't kind of present before, but now is showing up. And then once you're ready, breathe out. In your own pace. And bring your awareness to your left foot. And the same thing, just start to scan your foot. Maybe start at the heel this time. Feel the heel. Feel how much of the heel makes contact to the ground. And then maybe go to the ridge of the foot on the outside down to the pinky toe. Notice that landscape. And maybe across the toes. Feel the toes, how they make contact. And maybe some places they don't make contact or you can't feel it, or something feels uncomfortable. And just keep moving so that, see how much of your foot is there making contact. Sometimes it starts to feel like I need to just move, so just move. Or something can come up inside of us like, I don't feel steady, or this doesn't feel good. Just notice that. That's okay. And then if you need to just, you're not glued to the place, you could just breathe and move again and see if that changes that feeling that can rise up. Or some of us can get like a vertigo or a nauseousness when we take too much attention into our feet. And that's all, there's reasons for that. We won't get into reasons. We're just doing this as a somatic experiencing exercise. A very slow one. And then rock a little bit. Rock from the heel to the toes, back, knees slightly bent. Feel this rocking. Maybe you'll feel it up into the knees. Some of us might feel it all the way into the hips. And some of us can feel every spine all the way to our head, into our shoulders, down into our hands. Then we drop that. And the next thing we can do is we could start to shift our weight to the right, just a tiny amount, so that we could feel our weight shift from the left to the right. And notice what happens, how you feel the foot, how you feel the whole leg, how you feel the opposite side, how you feel your chest, how you feel your neck as your weight is on the opposite foot. Or I should say on the right foot. Can I breathe here? Do I feel like I'm going to tip over? Does this feel relatively safe? If it doesn't, if none of those things are working, stop and just shake. And breathe. And back to the middle, yeah. Maybe sway one more time like this, like we did before. Maybe bend the knees a little more. With breathing. Then go to the left foot. Bring just a little bit of weight onto the left foot. Just to feel a little bit of weight shift off the right. And see what that's like. What does that feel like? Does that feel any different than the right foot? Do you experience this leg as more stable, lighter, heavier? Can you feel it all the way up your back, into your neck? Or are there parts of your body that almost seem missing? Does it get you feeling percolating, excited, nervous? Does it feel like you want to tip over more or go to the opposite direction? Notice all these things. And then just bring it back and move. Let all that go. Doesn't matter. There's no meaning. It's just, we're just doing this as a somatic exercise. Just to feel what it's like. An experience in our body in very slow motion. These very slight alterations that we do all day, because when we walk, we're shifting our weight. When we lay in bed, we shift our weight. When we sit in a chair, we shift our weight. When we drive the car, we shift our weight. There's literally nothing that we do where we're not constantly rearranging our weight. And again, let all that go. Who cares? So what? Let it go. So we shift our weight. We're experts at doing that. So now, very gently, we're going to shift our weight to the front, to our toes and our toe box, that little pad right behind the toes. See what that feels like. do I feel like I'm going to tip over? Is my stomach supporting me here? Like bracing, like, ugh. Or can I breathe into my stomach? Do I have some mobility in my hips? Does my neck move freely? Maybe I want to shake it out a little bit. And then back, back, back to neutral. And we let that go. We kind of sway. And then we bring it back onto our heels. Wow, totally different sensation for a lot of us. Feel how it feels to be on your heels. So that there's still some of your, like, we're not trying to make it big, just a little bit. Just to feel I'm on my heels. Yeah, look at that. I'm on my heels. And notice what you notice. What's it like to be on your heels? And then, again, let it go. Bring it back to neutral. Shimmy and shake. Move around. And see what it's like. See if this fills you with energy, or it makes you calm and kind of tired or sleepy, or a mix of the two. And that's just a little bit of our balance work that by doing, we're kind of letting our brain adjust to how we experience ground, how we experience the sensation of our bodies touching the ground. Because let's face it, usually, for most of the time as bipeds, we are on the soles of our feet, and a lot of us are shifting our weight from one to the other, and then we get into a pattern where we preference one or the other, or a kind of a combination. So this slows that down and lets the brain and the nervous system receive seeing those patterns and how they play out. So I hope this was helpful. I'm Alex D, and I'll join you next time for another somatic experiencing demo, and we'll work on something else. All right.